perfection is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. What I think is perfect, the next person might not think is perfect because they can find flaws in it that I couldn't find. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rain and I hope you really like it here. So for the past few days or even weeks, I've been overthinking, overanalyzing, feeling overwhelmed, or maybe just everything was just over the top, and I've been feeling demotivated and just feeling like whatever I do is not good enough. That loop where you just think of something, you overthink it, you start thinking of all the possibilities why it couldn't work or why it's not perfect, and then you get into the over analyzing things, like paralysis analysis, where all you do is just over researching so that the first attempt at something becomes perfect, which is crazy, because how can you be an expert at something that you are starting at? Like you're a beginner at this. How can you be an expert? Like, how can someone who just picked up a camera be the greatest photographer to ever live? How can someone who just picked up a soccer ball today become the greatest of all time? It's impossible. It's impossible. But for some reason, we all find ourselves attempting to do that, whether it's work, whether it's in your hobby, whether it's career, whether it's family. Like, we just constantly overwhelm ourselves with overthinking and overanalyzing in an attempt to kind of speed up the process of being a beginner, and I feel like that's been so stressful in my life, and it almost got to a point where I felt life paralysis. This is a term I learned when I was reading The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. She explains life paralysis as all the opportunities that we miss out on in life because we don't want to put something out there that might not be perfect. Okay, so I'm just summarizing the idea of life paralysis. And I think that's where I was. I felt like I needed to put out something that was perfect, otherwise I'm not doing it at all, and that's the reason why it always takes so long to either start a new hobby or to pursue that one thing that we've always wanted, because we want to research ourselves into perfection. You can't do that. You have to start doing the work in order for you to actually get better at whatever it is that you want to do, and the past few weeks I've been in this, roller coaster, and as soon as you start posting things on social media, you're putting yourself out there. I think YouTube is more out there, YouTube is more obvious that you are trying to create something that you would like people to enjoy, people to like, because you put in so much time into it, and I'm not saying that when you post on Instagram or TikTok, you don't put in so much time, but with YouTube, it's longer form content. You put in, I just think that because of that, it just feels like, you put in more effort into bringing those videos to life, and ever since I started, you just kind of have this insecurity about yourself, a bit of self-doubt about yourself, and all those things kind of build up, and then it just leads you into this loop where you want everything you put out there to be perfect. And I think perfection is like beauty, it's in the eye of the beholder. What I think is perfect, the next person might not think is perfect because they can find flaws in it that I couldn't find. Just like if you think your sister is beautiful and the next person doesn't think they're beautiful, but I still think she's beautiful because whatever you think is a flaw, I don't think it's a flaw. So what exactly is perfection? What exactly is perfect? Like, if you look at something and you consider it to be perfect, what do you look at? And it got me thinking that we spend so much time wanting to make things perfect, but is perfection even a thing? Is perfection just an illusion and something that usually a lot of people use to procrastinate, to spend more time researching instead of putting in the work? It's a loop that I've been in for so long, and I thought I should just put my thoughts out there and let you guys know that perfection is nothing but an illusion. It doesn't exist. So if you have an idea, put it out there. If you want to become a singer, go out there and do it. You want to become an actor, go out there and do it. You want to start a business, go out there and do it, because there's never going to be a perfect time or a perfect maybe product that you can put out there, a perfect whatever. Perfect doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is you starting now with what you have, with the information that you currently have, and trying to make the best of what you have. Because as Winston Churchill once said, Perfection is the enemy of progress. Okay, and what we want is progress. You don't want perfection. There's no such thing as that. What you want is progress. You want to get better at something each and every day, and the best way to do that is to just start. Is to just start. And don't let perfectionism ruin your life and hold you back. It does not exist. There's no such thing as perfectionism. Okay. Anyway, so I want these episodes to feel more like a friendly chit chat between friends, or a sisterly chat where we are just mind dumping. You know, like, what's on your mind? Have you been overthinking about something? Have you been feeling like you can't do anything because it's not perfect enough to put out there for people to see? And if so, why? You know, like, where does it come from? What's like, what is the root of you wanting to be perfect just in the beginning stages of something? You know, because sometimes some of these things are linked to some of our insecurities, sometimes not. But otherwise, I just want you to take one thing from this video, and that is, perfection is an illusion. Perfection is what you make of it, not what the next person makes of it, not what the next 100 people who view your videos make of it, but what you make of it. Okay, if in this moment in time, perfection looks like this, that is good. You put it out there. Okay, the point is to see progress. The next video must look better than the one previously, or the next 10 videos must look better than this one, just like that. There's no perfection. The only thing that exists is progress. And the best way to get to progress is to start. So this was a note to myself to say, just get it done. Okay, wanting perfection is just you trying to procrastinate and delay things further than necessary. Okay, so if you are like me and you needed this little pep talk, I hope it helps you start your week in a better, happy, and more inspired way. Okay, thank you guys. Till next time. Bye.